Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be discussing survivors that I think need to be added to Evil Dead the game. This isn't in any order, it's not like a top 10 list or anything like that. I do have quite a decent amount of survivors written down here, but it's not in any order. You know, I'm not doing like a top 10 from 10 to 1, 1 being like the one I want the most and 10 being the one I want the least out of all these. Also, there's probably a lot of other characters that I missed in the Evil Dead universe that people would want, obviously. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. If there are characters that you guys want and I didn't discuss them in this video, then feel free to mention them in the comments. Also, all of these characters, there's like a character from like everything in the series except for the original movie here. So, you know, I'm not, like I said, there's no order in this. I'm not doing like Evil Dead 2 characters back to back or Ash vs Evil Dead characters back to back. I kind of just wrote them down in the order that I wrote them down. So let's do the first one, which is Jake from Evil Dead 2. Jake, I don't know, there's something about Jake that I just really like. He's just kind of that hick, jackass type of character. There was something always I found so memorable about him, probably when he screams, "Baba Joe!" in the woods and shit like that. So I really liked the character. He was a bit cowardly, but whatever. He actually is referenced in the game with Jake's Gas and Go, which is actually like the business that he owns, and that's part of the map that you can explore. So yeah. Now the actor for him actually recently died. I believe his name was Danny Hicks. Died like a year or two ago, and you know, a lot of people might think, oh well, it's disrespectful to use a character who the actor's dead for. But for me, I personally would like to view it as like a kind of a memorial type of thing. It's kind of touching in a way that his legacy lives on, and this character that is kind of a niche character if you're not a horror fan or Evil Dead fan to put in. But for those who love Evil Dead 2, and Evil Dead 2 is my favorite movie in the series, I think it would be awesome. So Jake from Evil Dead 2 would be cool. Next one I have written down is Chet, the lad Chet, played by Ted Raimi. Chet is just the man. Like, if you don't like Chet, then there's something wrong with you. He's just such a cool character, and he's just, you know, he's like a ride or die with Ash, you know, till the wheels fall off, as they say. I mean, when Ash mentions killing demons, Chet's just like, alright, let's go kill some demons. It's like, okay, what a fucking Chad. But yeah, Chet definitely needs to be added. They actually also mention Chet in the game as well. I think when older Ash picks up Pink Fuck, he mentions, you know, no fret Chet or something like that. So yeah, Chet's definitely got to be added. Next character I've written down here is Brandy Williams from Ash vs Evil Dead Season 3. I mean, it's obvious. It's Ash's daughter. She's a very important character in that season. Shows she's got to be added. She was really great. I mean, it could have been a little annoying in the first couple episodes where she was just constantly not believing Ash. But it makes sense. And I like how their relationship developed over the course of the series, how she became more of a badass, and even had a lot of moments that kind of, you know, were like Ash, like her killing that little phone deadite thing in Season 3 in the little, what was that, the work shed. So yeah, that was cool. Definitely need her as a playable character. That'd be sweet. Next is another family member of Ash, which is his dad, Brock Williams, aka Cock. So yeah, Brock, played by Lee Majors. I mean, the character is just so great. He's only in like, I don't know, 4 or 5 episodes, but you know, you could see where Ash gets his fucking cocky attitude and his, you know, womanizing and a little bit racist behavior from his dad. You know, he's just a really funny character, and it would be awesome to see. I mean, yeah, the character's like older, but who cares? It's just a game. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, how the hell is this really old guy, like, vaulting over, you know, fences and shit? Who cares? Running around, beating up people. It's a game. You know, it's Evil Dead. There's a lot of crazy shit going on. So, it doesn't really matter. You know, just having him in, especially if Lee Majors supposed to do the voice, that would be kick-ass. Now, this next character that I have written down here is also very important, in my opinion, that they have their actress, better yet, come back and play her, which is Ruby from Ash vs Evil Dead. Ruby's just a great character. I mean, come on, you got evil Ruby, you got good Ruby in Season 2, you got, the younger Ruby, which was also evil in Season 3. I mean, it's like, come on, man. Add her in, and she has to be voiced by Lucy Lawless. 100%. You can't have Ruby if Lucy Lawless isn't involved, and I'm sure she would easily want to be a part of it just because, she's great friends with Bruce Campbell. Seemed like she had a blast doing the series, so why not? Also, sidebar here, you could actually have two versions of Ruby, in the game. Just like there's Ash and Evil Ash, and as well as the fact that there's possessed versions of certain characters, you could have Ruby as a survivor from Season 2 with the pink hair, and then you could have Ruby from Season 1 or 3, when she's evil as a Deadite boss. So, there you go. That'd be awesome. Next character I've written down here. This character's kind of a nerd. It's kind of the whole point in the, in his character here. He's just kind of a nerd and he's just unlikable, but why not? Thomas Emery, aka Safety Boy from Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 2. He was just like this really nerdy, kind of annoying cop who really had beef with Ash. I mean, the reason I have him written here is just because it's like, whatever. Give us as many survivors as we can get. Is he a character that I'll play a lot? Probably not. But is he a character that can be memed on and just kind of made fun of? Hell yeah. Why not? Add him in. That'd be cool. Next character I have is Linda Emery. One of many Lindas in the Evil Dead series, which is actually, his wife. She was a cool character. I really liked the actress that played her. I thought she did a really good job. And she kind of had a couple badass moments towards, like, the end of her, like, little run in the series. So I thought that was really cool. And I just, want as many survivors as we can get in the game. So she would be a good choice. Like I said, I would want the actress to come back for her as well. That goes without saying for most of these characters. But, obviously, sometimes it's just not possible. This next one, this is a bit of a minor character. She's only in, I think, like 1 or 2 episodes, which is actually Zoe. She's a Knights of Samaria character in Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 3. She kind of gets done dirty. So, I don't know. I think the actress for her did a good job. And she was attractive as well. So, whatever. Add her in. I thought she was a cool character. And I just want to have more Knights of Samaria as characters. Speaking of Knights of Samaria, I got 2 more written down here. Got Dalton from Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 3. Dalton was a pretty cool character. I mean, he was kind of like a fanboy, nerd character of Ash who kind of like looked up to him in sort of like a goofy way, or at least like, our main 3 characters, Ash, Pablo, and Kelly, kind of looked at him in a goofy way because he was like kind of like worshiping him and like kneeling when he showed up. But Dalton was a pretty cool character. He wasn't in the show for long, but he was badass, and he got a good run, so I definitely think he needs to be added. That would be awesome. Next character would be Lex, which is actually the cyborg Knight of Samaria that was in the last episode, actually like the last couple minutes of the final episode of Ash vs. Evil Dead. Still salty that it got canceled, but, she was a really cool looking character. Cyborg, we've never seen a cyborg in Evil Dead before, so it's a shame that we never got to see any future use of this character, as well as the whole apocalyptic wasteland vibe. But, as much as the show got canceled and Bruce Campbell probably won't return it as Ash in live action, it would be nice to see that character at least be somewhat used in the game, just to be a playable character. Why not? Next character I got is Sheila from Army of Darkness. So yet again, just like Ruby, Sheila's a character who could be on both sides as a Deadite boss or as a survivor. However, I'd want her as both, but I'll take her as a survivor. I mean, I don't know. Sheila's a cool character. She was just kind of Ash's love interest, who in the beginning hated him in the movie and then became, a Deadite like halfway through and then reverted back. Also, spoilers for the Evil Dead movies and show if anybody hasn't seen them, but it's kind of too far for that. Sheila was a cool character. I think that would be cool. Yet again, they just have another medieval character. I would like that. Now, this next one's from Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 3. Another kind of minor character. I mean, she's important in the story, but she's not in the show much. Candace Barr, aka Candy Bar. Basically a chick who Ash got drunk one night when he was like, I don't know, in his 30s or 40s or something. Yeah, his 30s or whatever. Got drunk, had a fling with this chick, got married to her, got her pregnant, and then, boom, Brandy, Ash the dad. He didn't know his daughter for the longest time until eventually Candace Barr came back, and, they talked, whatever. So, she'd be a cool character. That way you can kind of have, you could have her, Ash, and Brandy. Or no, you could have, her, Ash, and Brandy as kind of like a little makeshift, little unit that they were for, an episode. That'd be cool. Now, this last one I have, there's actually a couple characters that I would want added from this. But the last one in particular is the most important. So the first one is Eric from the Evil Dead remake. Eric was a fucking lad, man. The dude got absolutely brutalized. He got shot with a nail gun, beaten repeatedly with a crowbar, and then I think he got stabbed in the chest and almost got his eyes gouged out with a needle. The dude, he was the one who brought the book up and started reading from it, but I guess he deserved it. But damn, man, this guy took a lot of damage. If his trait isn't that he can just take, or his ability isn't that he can just take damage like a mofo, that would be a missed opportunity. I do want some Evil Dead remake representation. I mean, this is Evil Dead the game. It's not just Evil Dead the original series. Obviously I prefer the original series with Ash and all the other characters and chainsaw hands and, boomsticks and all that. But I think we do need to see Evil Dead remake characters as well. Next character I have here is actually David from the Evil Dead remake. He was Mia's brother. Cool character. I mean, he wasn't anything particularly amazing, but he did really step up in the end of the movie and actually became kind of a badass and was getting shit done, trying to resurrect his sister, essentially, and exorcise her, I guess you could say. Exorcise the demon from her. So, he was a pretty alright character, and I would like to have him in it, just so you could have him and Mia together. So, obviously, with that being said, the final character that I have here is Mia Allen from the remake. I mean, come on. She's the main character of the remake. She's got a chainsaw hand. Even at the end, she says a very Ash type of one-liner with, I think she says feast on this, motherfucker, or something like that. So, yeah, I mean, Mia's the main character of the movie. If you're going to have any Evil Dead character from the remake, it's going to need to be her. And as well, it would be nice to have another character who can actually use the chainsaw. Ash, only 3 versions of Ash can use the chainsaw. So to have her be able to do it as well would be really cool. And, I just thought she was a great character. I like the whole aspect of her trying to get over her drug addiction, which is kind of funny because Pink Fuck is in the game and she's going to be using that to upgrade, but whatever. So, I just think she was a really good character. The whole, like I said, the whole aspect of the drug addiction was just very unique and kind of put a different spin on the character, almost as if her getting over her drug addiction was battling a demon, which makes sense, and I actually think that's a really good metaphor for drug addiction, in a sense, if you're going to use it in a horror movie. And then she just became a badass at the end, so why not, man? Add Mia from the remake, then you could have everybody in the game potentially running around with chainsaws for hands. That'd be awesome. So yeah, that's really all I got for this one, folks. I mean, I think this is a pretty solid list of characters. I feel like this covers most of the characters that people would want. Any other characters would be more supporting / side characters, and some of these are. I'm just kind of throwing them in there just based on, how I feel about them. However, if there are any characters that I missed, any obvious ones or any supporting characters that you guys want as playable survivors, then definitely let me know in the comments section below. I do want to hear more conversations about this because there's so many minor characters in the Evil Dead universe to add that are just, because characters like Ed or Cheryl or, even some of the other ones, some of the survivors in the Evil Dead game aren't really badasses in the movie or anything. Cheryl, she gets, fucking possessed in like 30-40 minutes of the movie, like even less than that. So she didn't really get any badass moments, and Ed is kind of the same thing. He just kind of gets murked right off the bat. So why not use some more of the minor supporting characters? That way it's like, it doesn't really matter at this point. Basically, if they're a character in the movie, they're gonna become, you know, a survivor. Now, one last thing before I end this one. Obviously, this is not including any characters in the upcoming Evil Dead Rise. The movie's not out yet. We haven't even seen a trailer for it yet. I know that the movie is going to be focused on a family, I think. Not entirely sure. However, you know, if those characters are cool, add them in. Why not? It's Evil Dead the game. Like I said, it's not only Evil Dead the original series, the game. You know, they can incorporate other elements from the Evil Dead universe into Evil Dead the game. And it doesn't just have to be the original series. And, you know, like I said, I just think it would be real cool having characters from these different sort of continuities blending in with Evil Dead the game. And it does make sense within the lore that's been established in Evil Dead the game and just the franchise as a whole, that, you know, there's time travel, there's people coming from this part of whatever. Obviously, with Ash going back in time to the medieval ages and back to the 80s when in Ash vs. Evil Dead to bring back Pablo, as well as, you know, in the Nobi diaries, they basically confirmed that Henry came in to save Nobi, and Nobi, I guess they didn't really elaborate on it too much, but Nobi, I guess, kind of brought all these warriors, badasses into like the same time period. That way, you know, you can just have characters from whatever. It doesn't matter. As long as it's Evil Dead related, you can have them in. But yeah, that's all I got to say for this one, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And like I said, comment below how you guys feel, what survivors you guys want to see, and whatever. I mean, I'm loving this game so far. It's awesome. So yeah, you guys stay safe, stay groovy.